Championship. Thank you, Mark Lehman. Now we get set for the battle for the heavyweight belt. Both battlers have been waiting not so patiently. Frank Mir for his turn, Tim Sylvia for his return. Tim the Maniac Sylvia exploded onto the UFC scene, stopping iron-chinned Cabbage Carrera at UFC 39 in an entertaining slugfest. Even though he stood 6'8" and was undefeated, Sylvia was a heavy underdog when he challenged heavyweight champion Rico Rodriguez at UFC 41. He proved the odds makers wrong, knocking out Rodriguez in 3 minutes and 9 seconds of the first round to become the heavyweight champion.
I was a huge underdog, and I went out there and knocked him out in the first round. It was sweet.
At UFC 44, Sylvia knocked out 6'10" Gan the Giant McGee in just 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Knockouts is the best feeling in the world because it's total closure. It's done. There's no, you get your ass knocked out.
Sylvia looked unstoppable, but he relinquished his belt on October 15th when the Nevada State Athletic Commission suspended his license for 4 months when a post-fight urinalysis indicated he had an anabolic agent in his body when he defeated Gan McGee. Sylvia, who admitted his mistake and was openly contrite at the commission hearing, has served his suspension and says he is back to reclaim his belt.
Just after I defended my title, I got in trouble and I had to, relinquish the belt. So I got a lot to prove to everybody, not just to myself, but to my team and to the fans and to the UFC and everybody else watching, that I'm the true champion. I'm here to stay.
Young contender Frank Mir has proven to be one of the top submission artists in the heavyweight division.
None of my victories have ever gone to a decision, and that's due to the fact that I don't think along those lines.
He's tapped out Abu Dhabi champion Roberto Traven by armbar in 1 minute and 5 seconds. Lions Den veteran Pete Williams had never lost by submission until Mir shoulder locked him in just 46 seconds. He also tapped out UFC legend Tank Abbott with a toe hold in, once again, just 46 seconds.
Tank Abbott, okay, so he punched hard. Well, that's only one facet of fighting. All I got to do is get this guy to the ground, and I know what's going to happen. Eventually I'm going to end up winning because my submission skills are that much better than his.
At UFC 43, Mir faced off against 6'10" Wes Sims. Mir was in control of the fight and looking for another submission win until taking multiple illegal stomps to the face that resulted in Sims' disqualification.
That's why a lot of people go, why didn't you get up and you were angry? I'm like, hey, man, the first thing I was worried about was, am I injured, him, I can get a rematch.
Mir ended the feud with Sims, knocking him out with a beautiful combination of knees and punches at UFC 46.
Mir, you got lucky against Sims. You won't get lucky against me. You're going to get knocked out.
I won't be lucky against Tim. It'll be exactly what I want to do, and the technique will be there. And he can, afterwards, he can call it luck or not, but, the victory's still a victory.
Coming up next, former champion Tim Sylvia takes on top contender Frank Mir for the UFC World Heavyweight title. He is an extremely confident young man, the word I always use when I describe Frank Mir, a very cerebral fighter, highly intelligent, looks at this as a game of competition at the highest level, feels very confident in this fight against Tim Sylvia.
He's a very intelligent, very articulate guy. He actually does fantastic commentary, quite a bit better than myself. He's a really good jiu-jitsu guy. No, okay, nobody would disagree. So maybe Steven Quadros, he loves me. He's a really good jiu-jitsu guy. One of the best jiu-jitsu guys in mixed martial arts. The only knock on Frank Mir is that he gasses. He gassed Antine Freeman, he gassed when he was dominating Wes Sims. I'm sure he took this fight with Tim Sylvia very seriously. I'm sure he trained his cardio very, very hard. But you gotta always wonder about a guy who gasses. Other than that, fantastic technique. He's a really rough, tough guy. He's got good strikes, but his jiu-jitsu is his bread and butter.
The hometown favorite, born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the former high school state wrestling champion in 1998 in the heavyweight division, Frank Mir. Opportunity to be the champion. When asked about that, he said, I'm taking it like every other fight. I'm not worrying about it. Or I guess he did say, when I beat Tim Sylvia, then I'll see what comes after that. Very agile for a heavyweight, excellent submissions, but how good are his takedowns?
You know what, that's hard to say, and even if they're good, Tim Sylvia is a huge man. He's 6'8", and his takedown defense is fantastic. best believe, though, if he can get Sylvia to the ground, he will finish the fight. And that is his strength.
Frank Mir set to compete for the heavyweight championship here at the Mandalay Bay. The wait is finally over. The frustration over the positive test for anabolic steroids, and now Tim Sylvia, who has been first class throughout the entire process, is back. His test actually, the last time we were here, came back negative, Joe, but just not in time. But we know one thing, he's set the fight tonight. He's healthy, he's vicious, he's never been beaten in mixed martial arts.
Tim Sylvia is a very dangerous heavyweight. He's a good striker with excellent power in his right hand, with really good takedown defense, and he's huge. 6'8", very tall, and he trains with probably at least the top 2 or 3 best camps in the world. The Militant Fighting System camp is just a fantastic camp, completely well-rounded. They cover everything from submissions to striking to takedowns and takedown defense. Plus, they work hard. Those guys are all stuck in the middle of Iowa, and they bust their ass every day. And that's why Tim Sylvia moved there, and that's what made him a champion. He's the worst guy you ever want to fight in the heavyweight division.
Tim Sylvia has finished 16 of his 18 opponents by knockout, has 11 straight knockout victories. You talk about training in Iowa, he said it provides great training because there's nothing else to do. You wake up, you go train, you hang out with your friends. Not a big party guy, not a lot of disruptions. He's trained himself to be an ultimate fighter inside the Militant camp. Our tale of the tape brought to you by our new sponsor, and we welcome them in. 42 Below Vodka from New Zealand, purity for the purist. Tim Sylvia, 28 years old, 6'8", 263 pounds, 5 inches taller, so that range is always a factor against the shorter opponent tonight, 25-year-old Frank Mir. Heavyweight championship is on the line.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules already. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep a clean fight. Follow my instructions at all times, and I'm going to stay out of your way. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, and let's come out ready to fight.
That's the referee, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee tonight.
Accomplished mixed martial arts fighter himself.
Frank Mir. Tim Sylvia.
It's interesting if you look at Tim Sylvia's body, the reason why he took anabolic steroids, I actually talked to him about this, not to get bigger. He just wanted to look more like, more ripped. He wanted to have a six-pack. He just does not have one of those bodies. But don't let that deceive you.
He's got a couple of sledgehammers. One's named left, the other's named right.
Big right hand.
Don't need a six-pack when you have those. Oh, a big knee.
Nice kick by Mir and a nice knee by Sims.
And remember, the knees are dangerous with a big man. A la semi-show. There's a strong takedown.
This is where Frank Mir wants to be. This is his spot.
Frank does not mind this at all.
Oh. He's got an arm.
Looking for the arm.
He's
looking
got
for a quick submission.
Oh,
Frank Mir.
Oh, God.
Stop. The fight is over.
The
fight is over.
He said it's broken.
It's fucking broken.
It's broken. It's over. Let's see here. Let's wait. Let's wait and see.
He's saying his arm is broken.
Let's see and wait and see. They could certainly restart it.
Your arm is not broken. I heard it snap.
Tim Sylvia is complaining, but you don't know if he's just trying to walk this off now. I mean, let's take a look at the replay and see if we can get a look at the bend in his arm. Apparently, it was disturbing so much to referee Herb Dean. And Herb Dean knows what's going on.
Now, Dr. Margaret Goodman of the Nevada State Athletic Commission is checking it out.
And even if they restart this, what are they going to do? Restart it with Tim Sylvia's arm locked out? I mean, Frank Mir had him in a perfect position to stop the fight at that position. If this is a mistake, it's a colossal one.
Fight again. Fight now. It's not over.
you hear that? That's a great exchange. We'll fight again. Let's fight now. It's not over.
Wow, I think they're going to restart the fight. Tim Sylvia very upset. Now here's the arm. Now you look, Frank Mir's got a beautiful arm bar here. He rotates. And he's turning it sideways. You know what? I don't know what Herb Dean was seeing. It's hard to see it from that angle there. Okay, here we go. This is what he's looking at. His arm is turned sideways. I think Herb Dean might have been confused here.
They may very well. Dana White, the UFC president, is inside the octagon opposite of our replay.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, it did look like it broke. Whoa! That looked like it popped. What is that?
Shaquille O'Neal
Can we see
the
that
same
again?
thing. Look at Shaq's expression.
We're going to take another look at that, Goldie. Let's look at the end. We're going to take another look at that replay where it looked like it snapped. Let's take a look at it. It rolls over. Take a good look at Tim Sylvia's arm right here. Watch this. Pop! What's that?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a broken arm? What is that?
Now that certainly looks like it snapped. You're right, Joe.
But his arm isn't swollen.
No.
You know, I mean, I don't know if he's playing it off like it's okay.
But that justifies
Let's
what
take
Herb
another
Dean
look.
has seen.
That looks like he broke his arm.
Yep. They're calling him in for a decision. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 50 seconds into the first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Frank Mir.
Disappointment in the eyes of Tim Sylvia. Frank Mir certainly didn't want to win his heavyweight championship in this fashion. Joe Rogan moving up to the octagon to get some further clarification of the situation. If Tim Sylvia has a broken arm, he certainly isn't reacting as such.
First of all, looking at the replay, it looked like the arm broke. Did you feel it break?
It was popping. That's why when the ref jumped on me, I figured he said
Let's take a look at it again. Watch how it rolls over and watch his forearm. It looks like it snaps, right? Watch how he rolls it over. Right here. Watch this. Right there. That looks like a broken arm to me.
That's what I felt. I mean, hey, Tim's a tough motherfucker. He's ready to fight some more with a broken arm.
Well,
but they stopped the fight.
Sorry. It's okay. Now, a lot of people that are booing, obviously they didn't see that. And I think they're going to have a different opinion of it now. Do you think he's just proud and he just wanted to tough it out and just...
Oh, yeah, he's Milicich's camp, man. None of those guys are going to tap. You see what Matt Hughes just did? He ain't going to tap. I plan on trying to break it. It was breaking. Referee stopped it to keep him from getting a broken arm. I don't know. Then that's a judgment call on them. But I mean, let me break it next time all the way, and then we won't have this argument.
All right, well... It looks pretty clear. Would you have rather have the referee not step in and have him just eventually submit? I mean, he's going to have to submit.
I want to give the crowd what they want to see. If they want to see the guy get his arm ripped totally off, I'll rip it off. If they want to see the referee jump on it, whatever happens. I don't want to see people booing. That's my...
Well, I don't think they're booing now. You guys have a different opinion of it now? That's a confused roar. I don't know what that means. Look, congratulations. Some beautiful technique, and congratulations on the heavyweight championship.
Thank you.
Let's talk to Tim.